I'm Patrick O'Mara, and this is my presentation on teenage usage of marijuana. Smoking isn't good for you. I think it's common knowledge that inhaling anything that isn't air will have some kind of negative effect on your body. As of right now, we know that marijuana can serve certain medical benefits when used, but used properly. The separating factors between good and bad in this situation are misinformation and self medicating. As of 2015, teenage use of marijuana is at the highest it's been in the past 30 years, and as evidence showing marijuana use in adults isn't as harmful as we used to think it was, those numbers will only keep going up. To understand the effects this can have, we must look into what makes marijuana so appealing. THC is a chemical found in marijuana that causes psychoactive effects. This is what makes you high, and this is what is generally looked down upon. CBD is a non psychoactive chemical found in marijuana that has been used for medicinal purposes recently. This isn't looked down upon as much because it doesn't make the user high. THC levels define the potency of the marijuana, which pretty much just means how strong the marijuana is. The potency of marijuana has skyrocketed in past years. The average potency in the 1990s was 4%, and nowadays it's 12%. This is why a new argument needs to be made towards marijuana. It's practically a new drug. The frontal cortex of your brain is the region devoted to decision making, judgment, planning, and personality. This area is very sensitive to drug exposure, and doctors have found that marijuana exposure to this part of the brain at a young age can alter and damage these. This can cause many side effects, including decreased IQ. One side effect of marijuana is the dependency and illness that come with it. Studies have found that children who smoked marijuana for the first time at the age of 12 or younger have been more likely to develop schizophrenia, anxiety, and depression. Another study has also observed that marijuana smokers under the age of 18 are 7 times more likely to develop a use disorder or an addiction. And as we all know, addiction is one of the most harmful things to a human mind. Mix that with all the other crap that teenagers have to go through every day, and that can lead to a very dangerous situation. All the things I've mentioned have been pretty negative, right? Ironic, because like lots of other drugs, marijuana produces dopamine. Dopamine, in short, is the chemical that makes us happy. Some of the other things that produce dopamine in the brain, like marijuana does, are alcohol, sex, food, and other illicit substances. In a world with so many pressures from companions, as well as the feeling of being in the spotlight with the rise of social media, pressure can be high, and what seems like a harmless, euphoric experience can take that individual down a dark path. The effects of marijuana are easy to spot in the classroom, as people who smoke marijuana are more likely to drop out of school. They are also more likely to become unemployed and more likely to depend on welfare compared to their non smoking counterpart. This can be really harmful to people, so make sure to check on your loved ones and inform them on what they're doing to themselves. Thank you for your time.